Hello and welcome. You're watching The Market here on ET Now. I'm Harsaita, with me Sajid Mangat. And in terms of the cues coming through at us, it's going to be largely driven by how global has shaped up. And let me go across to Snehi. In fact, she's standing by with regard to the download from global markets.
Morning, Harsh, and morning to all our viewers as well. Let's take a look at how the global markets have panned out on Friday as well as the week gone by. So to take a look at everything that's happened, you have the US markets that were mixed on Friday. The Dow was down about 0.2%, but a good move coming in from Nasdaq. S&P also did well, and in fact, it was a record close level coming in for the S&P and Nasdaq too. They've also hit their fresh intraday highs on Friday. Intel was a stock to watch out for. It was up 23.5% on the back of very good earnings. So that was on the US. For the week, the S&P 500 ended up about 0.5%. Dow recorded a 0.4% cut. Nasdaq was up 1.5%. And if you take a look at the futures right now also, looking largely steady for the US markets. Let's talk about Europe. European stocks ended Friday slightly under pressure. Stock 600 was lower by about 0.6%, and these were the rates coming in across the European markets. It was Novo Nordisk to watch out for from the European markets. That rose 5%, and the UK retail sales increased by about 0.7% in March. But you had the FTSE that was under pressure. Speaking of Asia this morning, mixed trade coming in. Nikkei has opened very strongly this morning. It's up about 1.5%. Shanghai is up 0.2. You had Hang Seng also that was up 0.2 at open, but has given up all of those gains. Quickly talking about commodities, the oil indexes, both of them are up about 1.5%. That's the WTI and Brent. And in fact, Brent is now, the updated level is $107 per barrel. So that's something you need to be watching out for Brent. WTI continues to be around 94 to 95. Shifting focus, let's talk about some of the important global comments that we've been tracking. We're up to speed when it comes to that attack that happened on the POTUS, FLOTUS, and the Vice President of the USA at the journalist dinner. So that was something to watch out for. And other than that, Donald Trump has just had tweeted over the weekend that he has cancelled the trip of his representatives, Jared Kushner as well as Witkoff, going to Islamabad and Pakistan to meet the Iranians to negotiate, because he says that it's a very long flight and it's not worth taking the flight. If they want to negotiate, they can simply give the US a call. That's the tweet coming in from Trump. Next up, let's talk about North Carolina Senator Thom Tillis. Remember, he is the Republican senator who had effectively blocked the confirmation of Trump's pick to lead the Fed. That's Mr. Marsh, and he's saying that he's now prepared to move on with the confirmation of Mr. Marsh, and he's going to be a great fetcher. That's the word coming in from him. Next up, we have a series of tweets. Remember, we were talking about that attack on the United States President's First Lady and the Vice President at the press dinner in Washington. So you have a bunch of comments coming in that are condemning that attack, starting by our Prime Minister, Mr. Narendra Modi, who is saying that violence has no place in a democracy, must be unequivocally condemned. He's glad that all three of them are fine. You also have the tweet coming in from the UK Prime Minister saying that he's shocked by the scenes at the White House Correspondents' Dinner, and any attack on democratic institutions or the freedom of press must be condemned in the strongest possible terms. It is a huge relief that everybody involved is fine. Lastly, we also have the comments coming in from the European Commission President Ursula von der Leyen, and she is also saying that she's relieved to hear that everybody over there is safe and violence has no place in politics ever, with thanks to the swift action of the police and responders for ensuring the safety of guests. So that's a series of tweets coming in from world leaders who have condemned the attack that happened in Washington on in the weekend. But yes, that's a roundup of all the global equities and the global comments that we've been tracking over the weekend. Back to you.
Thank you so much for that, Snehi. Let me